Yes. Online writing groups. I don't know what to say. Panic.
Hi.
Intro forever. All the intros. I think we're done here.
I'm gonna do this.
Okay.
I believe in you.
Under 4 takes for sure. From time to time, we mention that we have an online writing group involving Meghan, Erin, and our very good friend Kyra. So we figured today we would show you guys the inner workings of our super secret online writing group in case any of you wanted to try some of this madness for yourselves. So good luck.
Oh, no.
Once upon a time.
You have to do the evolution of dance while you're telling the history.
Yeah, you don't want me dancing any more than you want Erin beatboxing. I'm just going to throw that out
I want
there.
both of those things more than you know.
At once.
Simultaneously.
So once upon a time, this writing group was actually a writing group that met in person, and it looked a little bit different than it does now. It was me and Meghan and a couple other girls that we knew. And eventually we all moved away so that we weren't in the same place and decided we were going to try an online group. And the group, like I said, has changed a little bit over time. Now Meghan and I are the only original members who are still here. But as we've kind of moved along and had to switch up our roster a little bit, we've just found more friends to invite. We decided that we didn't like their books anymore.
Yeah, and we'll do it to you too.
Gotta keep our game up, I guess.
No.
High stakes writing group, guys.
No, we started the group when we were all in a class together about YA publishing. And one of the original members, I believe it was Holly, right?
It was
she
Holly.
wrote on the board, "Who wants to start a writing group? Come outside after class." And we went outside after class and started a writing group. So like Kyra mentioned earlier, we started actually meeting in person on the campus of the university we were going to. And we met once a week in the evening, just after classes. And that was a lot of fun. Once we switched to online, we have been exclusively using Google Hangouts, which has been working very, very well for us. You can also use Skype, or I'm sure there are other programs, but we don't know what they are. So are they important? Really? No. But we are all in different time zones, which makes things interesting. But we set a time that would work for all of us. And actually right now we've all had kind of shifting schedules. So at the beginning of each week, Kyra emails and we just pick a day that week. And that has been working super well for us.
Okay, so basically what we do every week is we each have a short piece of writing, a couple pages at the longest, which we upload into Google Drive. It's supposed to give us a couple of days ahead of time, but a lot of the time that doesn't happen. A lot of the time we upload something in the morning, and you know, we're pretty casual, I think. So even if you have to read something during the meeting, it's okay. We discuss it, but normally we like having comments in the Google Doc ahead of time so that we can then sit together and sort of discuss the comments. If the author has any questions, you know, what did you mean by this comment? Then we can discuss it and go through the document together. And the way Google Drive is set up is pretty good because you can get, you know, different color for each person's comments. The author can take notes in the document if they're asking somebody else to explain something, so they can take notes of what they meant. And then a lot of the time we will, you know, not have anything, because if we've had a particularly unproductive week, then we'll just get together and have a word sprint. The YA WordNerds do this a lot already, but I find it super helpful if the writing group gets together and does it as well, because a lot of the time, if I've had a crappy week, you know, if we've all had a crappy week, it's great to sit down and get like a couple thousand words in. So that's what we do every week. Or chat about writing or problems you're having with writing.
Brainstorm ideas. And
Actually, that's one thing that this group has really been good for. A lot of people say, you know, don't show people your rough draft, but I'm finding it super helpful for brainstorming. You have to have the right people to do this with, and like luckily we've hit the sweet spot with the 4 of us. But it's really great to sit down and brainstorm and be like, I'm stuck, I have writer's block, and then a lot of the time after writer's group, I'm just back to writing and it's all flowing again, you know.
Writers group is also really great for having a support system of people who tell you they like you and your writing, even on days when you feel like you are not a good writer.
It's taken us several years to get to this point where we have a super stable, consistent group of people. Like, I'm not worried about anyone completely dropping out of writers group. But it did take a while for us to get into this jive. And I think even on like the first week, we had a woman join us who didn't come back again.
We don't even remember her name.
I know. I think she wrote picture books and it just wasn't a good fit. So I think if you get started and it's not perfect right from the get-go, that's okay. Keep working at it. You're going to find better people. Sometimes it just takes time.
Yeah, that is our writing group, more or less. It is easier than it sounds to get one started. You can always go to the usual writerly places like comments on YouTube or Twitter, or NaNoWriMo is just around the corner and they have super active forums, and just find other people who are interested in probably the same genres as you are, so that you can have some pretty decent notes on one another's work, and then you just kind of chat and get to know each other as you go along. The first one will probably be a little awkward, but it does get better and it is so, so worth it. So, outro.